In the 2024 fall semester, U.S. colleges saw a 5% decrease in freshman enrollment, with certain states seeing a greater decrease, continuing the trend of generally falling college enrollment since the onset of the pandemic. However, the conversation around college being a worthwhile investment has been rolling on for far longer, going as far back as 2008. Back when college graduates were struggling to start their careers amidst the Great Recession. You might remember those headlines: college graduate working as a Starbucks barista, and so on. Lately, a lot more students are starting to question whether or not college is the right choice for them, with the word scam starting to pop up more and more. And with application season wrapping up in the coming weeks and months, and with decisions being made shortly after, I wanted to give my 2 cents on whether or not college is a smart choice in the current day and age, and whether or not it's a scam. For complete transparency, I have a bachelor's degree from an unremarkable school. I studied a well-paying, in-demand major, and I've been working in that field since I graduated. And this video is targeted mostly at post-secondary education in the United States. So, starting off with the titular question, is college a scam? I believe that the answer to this overall is no. When I think of scams, I think of those text messages claiming to be from UPS, telling you that your package couldn't get delivered, and that you needed to enter your credit card info to complete that delivery. Or I think of Enron, or, a snake oil salesman, someone trying to get you to hand over your money on a lie and then rug pulling you once you've coughed it up. I don't think that this is what colleges are doing. I think at the foundation of their sales pitch, a college is offering you an education and a degree in the area of your choosing. You pay the tuition, you go to class, you learn the material, and you get your degree. This isn't a scam, this is just a business transaction. And a business transaction with one of the most documented outputs in the country, in my opinion. There shouldn't be any circumstance in which you or any college student is getting hoodwinked or bamboozled because you didn't know what was going into this college transaction. Very rarely. You might hear about a fake college here or there that made false promises and failed to deliver anything, but the University of Farmington, for example, doesn't make Michigan State a scam, just as investing in Theranos doesn't make investing in Nvidia a scam. Look both of those up if you haven't heard about them. Also, unfortunate timing to be citing Nvidia as a sound investment, but that's, beside the point. Of course, there's way more to the discussion than just paying to learn and get a degree. I don't think anybody disputes that that is what colleges are doing. They are also promising high salaries upon graduation. They're promising internships and job opportunities and other lofty things. While I personally chalk this up to marketing, just as every other product and every other company is marketed and they make big promises that they may or may not be able to keep, I don't really think that changes anything. It's a business transaction where they give you an offering and you decide whether or not to buy it. In the same way that you're not going to buy a car without doing research just going off the commercials, you should also be doing research into college. However, if you're not going to do that research in your specific field, I can understand that some of that marketing is going to seem a little fishy. However, once again, I believe that college overall is not a scam. It delivers on its promise as long as you are researching what that promise is for your situation. And to go further, I think that there are benefits to college that fly a bit under the radar. I haven't seen them talked about very much, and they go beyond getting a piece of paper that says, I'm qualified for this job. Namely, college is a great environment for you to grow up, to become an adult in a sense. Not everybody is going to need a space like this when they're 18, but many, many people do, and I was one of them. Figuring out how to hold yourself accountable, how to take care of yourself, and how to succeed by yourself is crucial at this point in your life. Now, you don't need college for this. It doesn't have to fill that role for you. Something else can. But college is a great and semi-safe environment for this learning, and a ton of people have found, are finding, and will continue to find this extremely beneficial. I know some people are going to disagree with this one specifically, but I stand by it. Additionally, college is an exceptional place to build your professional network. Now, I know, bear with me, a lot of people are going to cringe when I say the word networking, but it is very important for a lot of people in a lot of careers. If you put yourself out there, you are going to meet a lot of people, and some of those people might become really important in your career. College networking can get you an internship, which is what happened to me. You might meet people that go on to start businesses with you, which is what happened to some of my friends. There's a good chance that your college is going to have an extensive alumni network that's itching to help out young graduates that are getting started in their careers. For 99% of people, this is unique to college, and it is very, very much worth it. And lastly, this one is probably soapboxy of me, but I think that college really hones your critical thinking and problem-solving ability. in a way that really nothing else does, for a lot of people, at least, myself included. It presents you with a ton of different problems from all over the educational spectrum that you have to figure out how to solve. And in doing so, it transforms you into a balanced and flexible problem solver. I think that your ability to think critically is your greatest asset in the real world, and it's a muscle that college trains. Now, that's not to say that you won't train your critical thinking ability on a job site, as an entrepreneur, in the military, or someone else, as well as or better than on a college campus. Those might be the places for you, and that is okay. As is the theme with this entire video, your experience might be completely different to someone else's, and that's all good. But the point of that section is that college for a lot of people will be the best way for them to train their critical thinking ability. Anyway, moving on, I will say that there are some degrees that some people like to make fun of or call useless or whatever, and those degrees are not my cup of tea personally. But if you are passionate about them and you want to make a career out of them, who am I to yuck your yum? I would caution you to run the math just as you should for any degree or any career path, and make sure that you're not putting yourself in a bunch of debt that you'll never be able to pay off, assuming that you go into your field and make a career out of it. Remember, the theme is critical thinking, and you want to be putting yourself in the best position possible for now and for the future. And completely outside of the value equation, college is fun, man. You're going to meet a lot of friends. You're going to do a lot of new and cool things. You're going to experience a lot. It really is a unique experience that you might find super, super valuable that you're just not going to find anywhere else at any other time in your life. Again, for some people. So all in all, not only is college not a scam, but I think it provides a lot of value that, for some people at least, would be very hard to replicate at this point in life. All right, I suppose I've gone on long enough talking about how great college is, how it's perfect, and there's nothing wrong with it. And it's time that I address the elephant in the room. College is profoundly expensive. It's one of the most expensive purchases that you'll make in your entire life, and the cost is only increasing as the years go on. Especially a lot of those more prestigious and private schools these days, it is becoming unreasonably expensive to attend. And many students don't have rich parents who are able to pay their tuition, leaving them to work super hard to pay their own way through school, or to take out student loans, as many students have been doing lately. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This part of the equation sucks. But just as it is one of the most expensive purchases of your life, it also can be the single greatest investment in yourself that you can make in your entire life. Your lifelong earning potential can increase by nearly $1 million just by getting your bachelor's degree, according to government figures. If you make the right choices by getting a degree in an in-demand, high-paying field from a reasonably priced university, you'll graduate with manageable debt and a high-paying degree that will help you pay this off. Author and business professor Scott Galloway says that corporate America is the single greatest wealth-building tool that we have access to and that we've had access to in history, and college is the easiest way to grab onto it. Of course, this only works if the job market will allow you to get that job, but that is a topic for another video. With all this in mind, I think that it's important to call out that college is not right for everyone. Some people will go on to be tradesmen, some will go on to be entrepreneurs, some will go on and join the military, and everything in between. There are so many other paths aside from college, and they're all great as long as they're the right path for you to take. I'll be real, I knew from the jump that the trades were not going to be for me, and that's okay. I had friends from high school who knew that the trades were going to be for them, and now they're doing that, and they're doing well in their careers. The path that's wrong for you but right for someone else doesn't make that path a scam. The point of this whole thing is to hammer home the idea that this is a complex, nuanced topic, and the answer for one person is going to be completely different from someone else's, and that's okay. Think deeply about the decisions you're making. Do research about your school, degree, and field. Be calculated and think critically about your choices. If you're weighing whether or not to go to college or to go back to college, or if you're getting ready to make your school decision, best of luck to you. It probably feels stressful or daunting, and believe me, I've been there, it is, but trust in yourself. You got this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.